All right. I'm going to take roll, guys. So just sit up your names. Evan? Here. Being filmed All right, Devin. Here. Zach. Haley. Here. Samantha.
Late? Can you say tardy?
Jessica. Here. David. Here. Jonathan. Here. William. Here. Ken. Anybody seen Ken today? Edie. Tucker. Kelvin. Here. Braden.
He's right.
Jeremy. Here. Jessica. Selena. EJ. Patrick. Here. Taylor. Jameson. Settle down, people.
He's never going to be here again.
All right, Catherine. Here. Alyssa. Here. Nathan. Here. Cameron. All right. I'm having a hard time hearing you'll talk here. Kinsey.
Right here.
Ryder. Janae.
Here.
And Francisco.
Here.
Did I say it right that time? All right, guys, so Mr. Davis, listen up. Mr. Davis, please put your phones away. All electronic devices stowed in the proper compartment. Mr. Davis has been talking to you about character development, right? So you guys have been working on developing characters. You're going to start a string doll. The activity that I'm introducing today is paper cutout collages with articulation, okay? It's just another practice activity to get you guys thinking about what characteristics make up a good, memorable, timeless character, right? You guys talked about some of those details. So, you see lots of these piles of magazines on your table. You're going to go through the magazines and you're going to cut out aspects of a figure. All right, it doesn't necessarily have to be a human head. It could be an animal head. But I want you to have 2 arms, at least 2 arms, and 2 legs. It could be an octopus. It could have 8 arms, you know. But what you need to think about when you're cutting this material out is that you leave enough space so that when you punch the hole through, it's going to go through both the body of the form and also the arm. All right, so that articulation can work properly. Articulation is just defined from my Google search. That's the state of being jointed. All right, you guys think about the human body and some of the types of joints that you have moving your arms. If I said ball joint, could you guys name what body part?
Shoulder.
Shoulder. How do you know that? It just makes sense. What about your elbow? What kind of, if you were to see these 3 up here, which one would it be?
Ball.
You've got ball socket joint, hinge joint, or pivot joint. Hinge joint. Nice, because it just goes one direction, right? Very good. So when you're thinking about characters, I don't know if Mr. Davis kind of talked about these terms, but protagonist and antagonist are terms from literature, right? Anybody learned about protagonist and antagonist?
Yeah.
So who's the good guy in protagonist in as far as the story goes, what kind of role does he play in the
No, hero.
He's the hero, the main character. So what if the story was written from the perspective of a criminal being chased by the police? What would he be?
Antagonist.
He might actually be the protagonist. If the story is makes him kind of the hero or the main character, then he actually might be the protagonist, and then the police trying to catch him might be the antagonist. But you're on the right track. So thinking about that, and then also think about as you're making these characters, I actually want you to make a protagonist and an antagonist, or kind of in a situation of superhero kind of thing, maybe a sidekick. If you think about the way people perceive us, if they only see us with another person, say like our best friend, right? They're going to kind of think of you as that pair. So if you're creating two characters, think about the relationship of each of those people as seen from the outside, as seen together. So what would make them kind of pairs? Maybe they share, I don't know, a tattoo, or like in this instance, maybe they both have really big left arms for some reason. It's kind of awkward looking, huh? But I want you guys to be really creative with these, all right? I'm going to show you just a quick kind of reminder of how to use the craft knife, because that's what you're going to be working with, Dave. Please keep it down. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm just going to give you kind of an example of what to do. We're going to cut out a bunch of things, and then you're going to kind of put them together and decide what will be the final doll that you make from the pieces that you cut out. It's a little bit different than cutting out specifically each piece and then putting it together. It's better to have like a pile and then kind of put them together so you can see what balances, what gives rhythm, what looks funny, and what just kind of looks like awkward, you know. I also want you to articulate one feature on the face, manipulate it in some way. You could cut out an eye, you could cut out a mouth, but you want to change some feature of the face. You could put a hat, you could put a different hair on the person. Does that make sense to everybody? Thank you. Thank you. I like being called sir. All right, so everybody kind of stand up and come circle around me here, please. You guys are sitting here so you don't have to come. All right, so to keep the magazines from getting shredded, I just kind of decided that I'd like to show you guys a few techniques for actually cutting stuff out of these magazines. So I've got my pile kind of formed here, and think about the environment. Like I take this pink skirt and these legs, right, and I put it in this hayfield. Like that doesn't really go together, does it? But it kind of makes it interesting. And I started this. I got Ron Burgundy's leg here. I got The Secret Life of Walter Smitty as a background and a head for my sidekick there. I put this boot on this leg, kind of, this is the creative process. This is what you do to try to get the ball rolling. If you were going to pitch an idea for a movie or a short video, and you wanted your friends to kind of help you out, you might cut some of the figures out to give them a visual example of what you're trying to accomplish. This is 10 Years a Slave. This is I don't know, something. This is, who is that? Paul McCartney with a funny mouth. I don't know. I mean, this is supposed to be fun. So, all right. Here's an example. I've got this lion. I want to cut this lion's leg out and his mouth. All right. So what I want to do in order to keep this magazine as useful to other students as possible, I'm going to take the knife and I'm going to cut just kind of the larger section of the picture out, right? So I've got that, and then I can set the magazine aside and I can concentrate on what I'm doing here. And this makes it easier, because sometimes people say, oh, well, my knife's too dull. Well, you might not be using it right. So you're cutting towards your right shoulder, and you're kind of turning the paper as you go, right? Now, I may not want to get all those cuts in the hair. I may just kind of want to go smooth with it. And I'm going to cut the neck out because I need that extra material to put my pen through, all right? So I like this head and going around, get this extra material. And popping it out and I'm putting it in my pile, all right? Maybe I separate my piles by heads, maybe I just kind of put them all in a pile and they're together, right? And then I want this arm, I'm thinking about maybe I want a lion's paw for a foot or something. Now you can cut these out larger and then go back and cut them out smoother if you want. But my main point is that when this is done and this is not usable anymore, then this goes in the garbage, all right? So I don't get a magazine with a bunch of like random kind of things cut, circles cut in it, and pages like half torn out of the book and stuff. We want to keep these as nice as possible for future people to be like, oh, well, I want to look through this. No one ever buys the brown lettuce, right? Why would you buy brown lettuce? It's still nutritionist. Nutrition has nutritional value. Did I say that right? But maybe not the best looking lettuce. You know, okay, get to work, guys. After you've gotten a compiled group of body parts and you're ready to start assembling, let me know. Because what we got to do is we got to glue these down onto cardstock. We've got to glue these onto cardstock before we can put pins in them. Guys, craft knives are over by Mr. Davis' office.
What number?
Whatever number you is.
Hi, bud.
But
Hi, bud.
Guys, your at least one of your fingers should be like, you can fit on an 8x7 page. Alright? Sorry, 8x11. Say that right. 8x11 page, like the size of a magazine, normal magazine.
I really don't have I don't know where you put it.
Guys, if your knives are dull, just let me know. I'll replace a lot of the blades already. Cutting mat? Cutting mat. What? You said it would cut paper? Try a few, and if it's still dull, I'll go back over.
We needed to do great.
There are more magazines than just these on your table. Some other folks have been cutting out of them, so if you're having a hard time finding...
Draw that on there.
Alright guys. There you go. This gentleman, everybody look up here. This gentleman's decided to use the watch face. He's being creative. He's going beyond the parameters of the assignment. Remember, you need to manipulate one feature of the face, something different.
This is gonna be my body right here. Like can, man.
I did because I like to
Never talking about
Can, man. I really don't have it. I really don't have it. Walking today. No, probably not. I'll buy you more. Yeah, I think there's I might do this.
No, my sleeper thirsty.
You want that
Like that here, too. Oh, that got close to my nose.
Except you gotta roll that.
Okay.
So that's my hardest thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I probably just let you win because that's what it gives me. So good. Get all beat up, you know? And I beat you up fast.
Guys, remember, cut the page out. Go ahead and cut the page out. It's easier to turn the page than it is to turn the magazine.
I'm getting that, baby. We gotta stay.
Wait, I'm gonna
Look, Grandma. I'm getting that Grandma too. You'll get it. I'll get the baby, you get the grandma. So cut out the baby's hair.
A little bigger. A little bigger. That's how they're bigger.
So don't use it.
You can put all of those on the wound of the chest, the body, the legs. You could have a bunch of babies in the belly of a character from Gold Member.
Pregnant one.
It's a movie.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's good.
I got it. I know that.
Oh,
I mean,
if you,
yeah, done.
Guys, use this as an example. Remember, we're trying to do something that's a little larger.
I don't like that.
See how this fits on the page?
See what? I want to have. I like hats. These are.
Oh, this one.
I was looking at his face at first and I went,
Oh my God.
he didn't have his eyes.
That is love hats. So well,
Yeah, you gotta watch
Put Donald Trump's face in the middle of that.
here.
put down the cup on the floor.
That whole stomach. That's mean. Baby, yeah, buddy.
Oh boy, that looks just like me. Just like me.
I was like, this is real. I was looking at the quality, I mean, the candidate face. I said, well, it's like, you did the eyes, and all. But that's like, they said, it's not like all one thing, but kind of,
like, are you on the truck magazines?
Do what, bud?
No, on the truck magazines?
Oh, yeah.
You should use that face. No, like, just in the magazine. Look in hunt magazines.
Hummingbird. Puppy, you just come out here and back it up.
There's your bottle. There's your bottle. leave that?
No, you did your right.
I think it's down there.
Chill.
Beard on.
Pickles ain't chill.
Yeah. There's sunglasses.
I'm more chill than pickles.
That's the sidekick.
I'm having problems.
Yeah, he's so weird.
See got all the bodies over there.
This is good, this lady's like.
Stop.
Oh, hard. Then you do cutting. Look at it. Oh, wait, I can hardly do it.
You guys need some fresh magazines.
Look at that. You could also take the pad off.
Stop cool.
Oh, boy, there you go. I gotta make her flip.
So he dropped off.
Yeah, really.
He got the wrong way. It was got to be in that way.
Compared to what? This one is pretty.
I want to say cap. Oh, no.
Come on, Ben, find some body parts.
We using a fishing rod, a nigga gonna be home.
This is the body part. Okay, this is the body part. I got you can see the whole
Right there. This is the time now. I'll do it. No. Yeah, daughters.